Hey everyone, buckle up, because today we are diving headfirst into the crazy world of crypto. It's November 22nd, 2024, and let me tell you, the market is absolutely buzzing. You've handed us a mountain of info. And just glancing at it, it looks like we're in for a wild ride.
Yeah, things are definitely heating up out there.
We've got the latest crypto deep dive market report, always a goldmine of juicy details. And get this, Bitcoin almost kissed $100,000 today.
It was so close.
I know, right? We're going to unpack what's fueling that epic climb. Plus, we've got some seriously surprising moves in the altcoin arena. But first things first, let's get the expert take on Bitcoin's near miss today.
Okay, so Bitcoin peaked at $99,500. It practically brushed against that magic number.
So close yet so far. But what's blowing my mind is the market cap. We're talking almost $2 trillion. Can you even picture that much money? It's insane.
Yeah, to put it in perspective, that's like the entire GDP of Italy being poured into Bitcoin.
Whoa, okay, that's a seriously good analogy. So we've got this almost $2 trillion behemoth.
Right, and what we're seeing right now is this really interesting push and pull in the market. There's a ton of whale activity happening. Think of these whales as like these massive investors, maybe institutions, who are just gobbling up Bitcoin.
Okay, so like the big players are jumping in.
Exactly. And it's probably driven by all these new Bitcoin ETFs launching.
Right, that makes sense. More ways to invest, more demand, higher prices. But hold on a sec, didn't a bunch of Bitcoin options contracts just expire?
Oh yeah, you're right. $2.8 billion worth expired today.
Whoa, okay, so remind me, what happens when those options expire?
Well, think of it like this. Options expirations are kind of like a deadline for bets on Bitcoin's price. And when that deadline hits, it can trigger a whole frenzy of buying and selling.
Ah, so it kind of shakes things up.
Yeah, exactly. It can make the price really jumpy.
So even with all this institutional money flowing in, things can still get pretty unpredictable in the short term.
Exactly. It's a good reminder that even though these big players are entering the market, crypto can still be super volatile.
Okay, so we've got these whales making waves, options expirations adding fuel to the fire, and then bam! News drops that the SEC chair is stepping down.
Yeah, Gary Gensler announced he's leaving in January.
I know. Huge news,
Yeah,
right?
actually sent shockwaves through the crypto world.
What's everyone saying about it? This has got to have massive implications.
A lot of people, they see this as a potential turning point for crypto, especially for altcoins.
Interesting.
The feeling is that whoever replaces Gensler might be a bit less strict with regulations.
Okay, so maybe a little more breathing room for crypto to grow.
Potentially. It could open the door for more innovation and growth in the space.
And we're already seeing the market react, aren't we?
Oh, absolutely. Solana, for instance, hit an all-time high today.
Wow.
That suggests investors are really betting big on Solana's potential. Some even think it could end up surpassing Ethereum.
No way. Solana taking the crown. That's a bold prediction.
It is, but the excitement's definitely there. And then there's XRP, which jumped by a whopping 25%.
Geez, 25%.
Yeah, those kinds of gains really show the level of optimism, especially surrounding this potential shift in regulatory policy.
Okay, so big moves in the altcoin space. Definitely a chain reaction happening there. But while we wait to see how all that unfolds, there's something else that really caught my eye. A sleeping giant in the Ethereum world just woke up.
Ah, yes. The mysterious Ethereum whale.
I know, right? Always a crowd pleaser.
Always.
So we're talking about a wallet holding 73,000 ETH. That's over $250 million. And it suddenly sprang to life after years of inactivity.
It's got everyone talking.
What do you make of it?
Well, it's definitely sparked a lot of speculation. Some think this whale's just reacting to all the market excitement,
Yeah.
taking advantage of the current momentum.
So maybe cashing in on their long-held investment.
Could be.
But hold on a second. What kind of institution just sits on that much ETH for years, and what are they planning to do with it now? This feels like we need to put on our detective hats.
Yeah, it's definitely not as simple as someone just cashing in. It could be a strategic move by a major player. Maybe they're positioning themselves for something bigger down the line.
Ooh, intriguing. So we'll have to keep an eye on this one.
Definitely.
But here's the thing that I don't get. Despite this massive ETH transfer, Ethereum's price is still below $3,500. It's almost like this whale's move didn't even make a dent.
Right. It just goes to show that even huge individual actions, they don't always dictate the overall market trends. There are so many other factors at play.
So it's like this whale made a splash, but the tide is still going out.
Exactly.
So while Ethereum chills out for a bit, it seems like Cardano and Ripple are having their moment in the sun. They're not letting this altcoin party pass them by.
Not at all. They're definitely riding the wave. 88 gained 20% today, and as we said earlier. XRP shot up by an incredible 25%.
So what's fueling this altcoin surge? Is it just spillover from Bitcoin's rally?
I think that's definitely part of it. As traders lock in profits from Bitcoin, they often look to diversify into altcoins, hoping to ride the next wave.
So the classic buy the dip strategy.
Yeah, exactly. So if you were savvy enough to pick up some ADA or XRP after the recent Bitcoin sell-off, you'd be feeling pretty good right now.
I bet. But there's got to be more to it than just profit-taking. What else is driving this altcoin frenzy?
Well, there's also this growing confidence in decentralized platforms, especially after what happened with FTX.
Right, the whole centralized exchange meltdown.
Exactly. It really highlighted the vulnerabilities of that model. And it's pushed a lot of investors towards decentralized alternatives, which in turn is boosting the value of platforms like Cardano and Ripple.
Makes sense. People are starting to see the appeal of decentralization. And this ties back to Solana hitting its all-time high, doesn't it? It seems like there's a broader shift happening here.
You're absolutely right. It's possible we're witnessing a major shift in the crypto landscape. Decentralized platforms are gaining serious traction, and this could have huge implications for the future of finance.
Okay, so we've got Bitcoin on the verge of a major milestone, altcoins riding the wave of optimism, and a potential power shift towards decentralized platforms. And to top it all off, we've got MicroStrategy making a move that has everyone talking.
Yeah, they just went all in, betting big on Bitcoin's future.
It's like they went all in on black at the crypto casino, and the roulette wheel is still spinning.
They just dropped a cool $3 billion. Yeah, billion with a B, to buy even more Bitcoin. And get this, their stock actually tanked after the announcement.
Yeah, it just seemed kind of counterintuitive at first glance. They issued $3 billion in debt to fund this purchase. So essentially, they're doubling down on their bet that Bitcoin is going to skyrocket in value.
And the market basically said, whoa there, buddy, that's a bit too spicy for us.
Yeah.
Their stock plunged by 16%. I think it really highlights the debate about a company putting so much faith and capital into a single asset, even one as prominent as Bitcoin. The market clearly has some concerns about the level of risk involved.
Right. It's a lot of eggs in one basket, even if it's a Bitcoin basket.
Exactly.
So even for a company as crypto forward as MicroStrategy, this move is raising some eyebrows. Like, they're playing high-stakes poker, and not everyone's convinced they have the winning hand. Speaking of playing the game, Shiba Inu, the meme coin that just won't quit, is back in the headlines.
Shiba's definitely showing signs of life. Some analysts are even predicting a potential 40% surge in its price.
40%? That's a massive jump, even for a meme coin known for its wild rides.
Yeah.
What's driving this renewed interest in Shiba Inu?
Well, a few things seem to be fueling it. First, there's been a noticeable increase in social media buzz. Remember, this is a community-driven coin, so hype and sentiment play a huge role in its price movements.
So the Shiba Inu army is back in full force, spreading the word, pumping up the price. But is there anything else contributing to this surge besides just the online hype?
Yeah, there have been some interesting developments within the Shiba Inu ecosystem itself. They're working on expanding its utility. Beyond just a meme coin, for example, their decentralized exchange, ShibaSwap, is starting to gain some traction.
So they're trying to build a more robust ecosystem around the coin, give it more substance, some real-world use cases.
Exactly. It's not just about the meme factor anymore. They're aiming to build a sustainable platform that can actually support the coin's value.
So it sounds like they're trying to prove they're not just another flash in the pan. All right, now shifting gears to something a little less glamorous. Let's talk about Sui Network. They had a bit of a hiccup today with an outage.
Yeah, Sui Network did experience a brief outage earlier today. It lasted for about 2 hours, and it was caused by a bug in their transaction scheduling logic.
Oof, not good, especially in the crypto world, where reliability and security are everything.
You're right. Any downtime raises concerns about a platform's stability.
Did they manage to resolve the issue?
Fortunately, yes. The developers were able to identify and fix the bug pretty quickly, so they minimized the impact on users.
Okay, that's good to hear. It's all about damage control in these situations. Swift action can go a long way in maintaining user trust. All right, let's move on to something completely different now, something that bridges the gap between the traditional legal world and the cutting-edge world of crypto.
You must be talking about the news out of New York. A judge just approved the use of NFT airdrops for serving legal notices.
That's the one. It's mind-blowing that NFTs are being used for something as serious as legal proceedings. So how does this even work?
It's actually pretty straightforward. Instead of relying on traditional methods like snail mail or email, which can be unreliable and easily disputed, Companies can now send court-approved notifications directly to users' crypto wallets in the form of NFTs.
So it's like a digital certified letter, ensuring the recipient can't deny receiving it.
Exactly.
That's pretty ingenious. But why NFTs specifically?
The key here is that NFTs provide a verifiable and tamper-proof record of delivery. Once the NFT is sent to a user's wallet, there's an undeniable record on the blockchain that it was received.
Ah, so it eliminates any potential for arguments.
Exactly.
That makes a lot of sense. It streamlines the process, removes any ambiguity. Plus, I imagine it's much more efficient than traditional methods.
Oh, absolutely. Think about all the time and paperwork and costs associated with traditional legal processes. NFT airdrops cut through all of that.
Wow. This case could really set a precedent for how legal proceedings are conducted in the crypto space.
I think so.
It's like a glimpse into the future,
Yeah,
where blockchain technology revolutionizes the way we handle legal matters.
definitely.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground today. From Bitcoin's near miss with $100,000 to altcoins surging, and even the legal system dipping its toes into the world of NFTs.
It feels like we just crammed a whole year's worth of crypto news into one episode. So much has happened.
It really has. Let's try to break it all down. For everyone listening out there, what are the big takeaways from today's deep dive?
Well, I think the big picture here is that crypto is at a turning point. It's not just this niche market anymore, or like tech geeks and early adopters. It's becoming a major force, influencing global finance, legal systems, you name it.
So it's bigger than just the price of Bitcoin now.
Exactly. This goes way beyond just making a quick buck. It's about the underlying principles of crypto: decentralization, transparency, innovation. These ideas are starting to influence so many aspects of our lives.
Yeah, and that's what makes it so fascinating to watch. So we've got Bitcoin still eyeing that $100,000 mark. Altcoins are definitely feeling the energy. And even the legal system is starting to experiment with NFTs. What should our listeners be keeping an eye on in the coming weeks and months?
Definitely keep a close eye on those altcoins, especially as we wait to see who replaces Gensler at the SEC. A new person in charge could mean a whole new set of rules for the crypto space.
It's like a whole new chapter unfolding.
Exactly.
And what about this whole NFT airdrop thing for legal notices? Is that just a one-off, or is this the start of a bigger trend?
I think this is just the beginning. The potential for blockchain tech to streamline legal processes is huge. I wouldn't be surprised if we see more innovative applications like this popping up.
So much to think about.
It's going to be an interesting ride, that's for sure.
Well, that's about all the time we have for today's deep dive. As always, the crypto world never disappoints.
It certainly keeps us on our toes.
Thanks for joining us on this wild ride through the crypto markets. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and remember, in the crypto space, anything is possible.